Okay, this is interesting. Finally, someone who actually says some very interesting arguments and opinions about God of War, about the new reboot of God of War. So this guy actually talks about, is the new Kratos boring? So let's see this video.
Here's what the God of War guys were saying. They were interviewed by IGN about this. This is the problem, by the way, that I have with Indiana Jones after Last Crusade. That here's what they said. They were talking to one of the directors, Bruno Velasquez. Velasquez. I can't say it. God damn it, Bruno, you son of a bitch. That's why we don't talk about.
Okay, dude, just fucking talk about Ragnarok. Don't breaks our heads with Indiana Jones and shit like that.
Him. Remember Encanto? Anyway, here's what Bruno says. He says, you could say that a lot of our projects and our games and the way we approach them kind of reflects a little bit about the studio's personalities and personal experiences. The previous games in the Greek era, perhaps that was our college years, and now we have all grown up and have families of our own. We try to reflect those personal experiences also through Kratos and
Yes, and this is actually what bothers me. Sorry, guys. About Ragnarok, did the fact that actually those, the people behind God of War Ragnarok, people actually in Santa Monica, and writers and all those designers and shit, they're talking about they've grown up and now they want to like put in their games all these family issues and stories and shit like that, and they find they end up like making the game boring because putting like annoying children like Atreus in the game. Characters like that will make the game just very boring.
through some of the other characters he interacts with. Now, I want to tell you something about this shit. I liked very much. I thought 2018 was great. Ragnarok, not my cup of tea. But this is the problem with Indiana Jones.
Yes, it's the same for me. But this is why I liked this video actually. 2018 was okay. Even if like it was like a bit, slow paced, this father and son relationship and shit like that, and also Kratos, they make him a bit boring because he's like this old guy and he's like now weaker and they have like this big ass beard, and he was much cooler in the old God of War games. Why didn't even change that? Just like the character, just like him, and give us like new areas or new mythology or new. I don't know. We can go to fucking fight, play some games in the Egypt like mythology, or go to, I don't know, go to fucking Chinese mythology, or I don't know, dude. Just give us something new and let the character. The character was amazing, and people actually around the world loved God of War for the old Kratos. The new Kratos now he is like very boring. I mean, this is like this is just ridiculous. Dude.
I don't want these characters. Jones, I don't want these characters. Was great. Ragnarok, not my cup of tea.
And yes, God of War 2018. I mean, I did like some things about 2018. The Valkyries, the some areas were like cool, like the Lake of Nine, or I mean, some things. They were like amazing, but it did also win Game of the Year, so like they did something. Good in this game. If it wasn't like a decent game, it's impossible that it will win the Game of the Year award. But in Ragnarok, the fact that they make Atreus as a playable character, and they also like put a lot of childs bullshit in the game. You know, a lot of terrible sections with. I mean, all the artery sections are terrible, and especially the Ironwood. And I mean, everybody talked about this. Like 2 hours of attributes with anger about that, like doing some child stuff and riding the yak and doing some boring shit and fighting a boring, very boring boss. And I mean, that's child's trash, dude. This is not God of War. People play God of War like look at the bosses that we fought in like God of War 1, 2. I mean, even 1 didn't have like many bosses. And God of War 2, like amazing bosses. And God of War 3, like it's ridiculous the amount of bosses that you fight in God of War 3. And all are very amazing. And like you have this spectacle and this amazing, huge bosses, like fucking enormous bosses. But in Ragnarok, you fight like a dog and you fight this shitty mid hook, fucking terrible boss. And only Thor, the Thor fight, I mean, the first fight against Thor that was like the best fight in the game. So this is why, I mean, Ragnarok, the first 2 hours are like cool. The first, I actually like the first 2 hours because the first 2 hours of Ragnarok are like in the level of God of War 2018 or even better. But after that, the game just started. There is time. I mean, there is some good exploration, like in Svartalheim and in the Alfheim. Also, some cool exploration. I mean, those two areas maybe like the best areas because the other areas, like Vanaheim, was boring. The fucking forest realm or whatever was boring and full of shit, full of annoying enemies and annoying stuff to do and annoying like puzzles and shit like that. The boss was annoying, this fucking Midhug, and the fucking what other realms that were like going to like. I mean, that wasn't. The game was like very boring. I mean, it does get boring, like very very. Also, this open area was like. I think I forgot the name actually. It's ridiculous, dude.
But this is the problem with Indiana Jones. I don't want these characters to grow. I don't give a fuck what you're going through at the studio. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. If you're going to build a brand new IP or you're going to build a character into the God of War lore and that character is struggling or dealing with your problems that a lot of you guys that have gotten older and girls at the studio have dealt with, that's wonderful. Do that shit all day long. But don't take the character Kratos or Indiana Jones and go, you know what?
Yes, I totally agree actually with this guy in this argument actually is. I mean, people already like Kratos for what he is, so that don't tell me that you have some problems or you have like you've grown up and you have now a family, like a wife, some I don't know, some a son or a daughter, you know, and you wanna put this I mean put this on Kratos and like make Kratos like your own self or some shit like that. I mean, you're not Kratos, and nobody give a fuck about that. And like the guy said, I mean, respectfully, I mean, people will don't give a fuck about you or your family. They only care about the game. I mean, maybe they will like respect you because you are a fucking I don't know, like a fucking designer of Ragnarok or a fucking writer, or because you did this amazing work and you're part of the team in Santa Monica. People respect you for that. If you do like a very good game, if you do like games like God of War 1, 2, and 3, those were like amazing games. Especially like God of War 3, the spectacle of the bosses is like amazing, ridiculous. But I mean, when we get a game like Ragnarok, and it's I mean, instead of having like very amazing bosses and good spectacle, we all know we are having like boring hours of shitty sections of areas and very boring parts of the game. Like some parts with Kratos were like a bit good, like the Alfheim and the Svartalheim. Those parts were like good, And also when you go back to the Lake of Nine and it's all like freezing and shit like that, was like some exploration there and some bosses that you fought are like good. But you can't waste my time like fucking. You can't waste my time fucking with fucking attributes and all these bonus sections. I mean, I will hate the game for that. And people, I mean, I don't care about your family or your story or your issues in your family or you're having issues with your wife or with your children or shit like that because I don't care, dude. And nobody cares. Like you, like it's same for you. I mean, you people working in Santa Monica, you don't care about the family of those of the guys that play your games. You don't care about if they have if they have a wife, if they have issues, if they have I don't know like annoying children and shit like that. You don't give a fuck about that shit.
But I'm Steven Spielberg. I'm older now, and I'm really into family, and I want to tell stories about fathers and sons and God. No, fuck you. That is not what this character is. Whether it's Indy or whether it's the goddamn
Yes,
Kratos, okay?
yes, I agree.
I
That
just stop. You know, I get it. You know, I don't know.
yes, this guy is fucking amazing. That just stop, just stop. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares about your family or your issues or all that shit. Just stop. This guy is fucking amazing, dude.
No. It's just like someone needs to be able to tell these people no sometimes and say, look, we love that you're arty farty. We love that you're taking shit from your personal life. We love that you're treating the medium, and Sony always has, as an art form as well as a business. You know, we get it, we love it, we support it, but somebody still needs to step up there and go, you need to do all that within the pin that we've put up a fence for you. And if you step outside, the electric shock collar is going to get you. You need to do all that within the pin that says this is what God of War is. This is what Indiana Jones is. And if you want to make something that's not that, that's cool. But don't fucking call it God of War and don't fucking call it Indiana Jones. That's all I would say. Eddie T says Kratos is in the new game stressing over his 401k. That's right. Ravno says, I thought you liked Kratos except for the beard. I do like the first one that Corey did. But that was because it was so meta and so interesting and genuinely just so good that
Yes, I actually agree with this guy like in almost everything. The game that's Corey did, Corey Barlog, it's God of War 2018 is much better and like with high quality compared to Ragnarok. Especially I mean in the story, in the pacing and like combat in Ragnarok is obviously it's better than 2018 because it's like more more enhanced and shit like that. I mean people that are working on combat in Santa Monica are like good. I mean I can't say anything about them. I mean they upgraded like the combat, everything. It's I mean it's better in Ragnarok. But I mean the other things, the exploration, the I mean, even exploration in I've already said that exploration in Ragnarok some parts are like cool, but I mean, if we remove Atreus from Ragnarok and we add like some good other good fights against Thor, like for example, like if the story was only about like Kratos and Thor want to take revenge because Kratos killed his son and shit like that, the game could have been like 10 times or like 100 times better easily, but no, we have to put like this child, this trash because we want to maybe we want to sell our game. I mean, Santa Monica maybe want to sell God of War to children or like to kids. This is not a kids game, dude. I mean, kids already have Fortnite, have Minecraft. Have, I don't know, have like kids game, dude. They can go play Nintendo, go play like Kirby. I mean, there's a lot of child's games. God of War is not. Sorry, God of War is not a child's game. And Elden Ring also, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, all those games are not for kids, dude. Those games are for like grown up man. I mean, they're already putting like you have to like at least have 16 to play those games or like even 18. Those games are not for kids, so don't give us Atreus and all his boring bullshit and trash and put it like in the game, and we can't even skip it. I mean, a lot of people just want to skip in Ragnarok, just want to skip all Atreus sections. Give us the skip button. Santa Monica, please, just give it to us. I've liked the DLC. The DLC now, Valhalla, is I love the DLC, and for me the DLC is 10 times better than Ragnarok because I don't have to deal with the boring Atreus sections, and I don't. And also they actually I mean even I feel like Santa Monica they knew their mistake. I mean they are like giving like some good nostalgia in the DLC about the Greek saga, the Greek saga. So they bring actually the blade of Olympus, and also the Helios. They showed us like some conversations with Helios. They also bring some enemies from the old God of War games. They put them in the DLC. So they know that actually people loves that. They don't care about Atreus and about the fucking Angro Boda and all this boring shit. And also, I mean, even Odin in Ragnarok was like so fucking boring. I fucking hate Odin. I just, for me, they should have like removed Odin from Ragnarok, or like maybe they could have, I mean, put another Odin, like the Odin, the real Odin of fucking the Norse mythology. I mean, not this fucking creepy guy. This fucking, I mean, like fucking. It's so annoying and so boring, dude. What is that? It's fucking Ragnarok. They should have changed. I mean, even the writers. I mean, I've seen an interview of some writers talking about Ragnarok could have been like Thor could have killed the Kratos in the first fight and like throw him to the underworld, and after that, when Atreus will actually grow up and become like a guy with like I don't know maybe 18 or 20 years, he will go to the underworld and bring like with his father Kratos back to the normal world. I mean, this story could have been like 100 times better than Ragnarok, than the game that you actually got. That could have been like amazing. But no, they wanted like to play it safe. The fucking mistake of Santa Monica with Ragnarok, that they actually played it very fucking safe, dude. Like very very safe, and they make the game boring. And also they wanted to put like Atreus as a playable character, maybe like for child and for kids to play with Atreus. I mean, they were like thinking about playing it very safe, and also they were thinking about selling the game for kids and children. So they put like Atreus as a playable character because they were like thinking only about money. And now actually they put this DLC, this I mean very amazing DLC for free. Maybe now they knew that they did a very big mistake, because now their next game, people may boycott the game. A lot of people that actually played Ragnarok and hated it because of Atreus, because of Odin, because of all of the boring trash in Ragnarok. I mean, for me, I'm not buying their next game. Fuck that. I'm waiting, dude. I'm gonna maybe see the whole game. I don't know, maybe on YouTube or some shit before getting the game, and I will get it for sale, because I regretted a lot buying God of War Ragnarok for the full price, because I was thinking that actually I didn't. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing on YouTube. I didn't want to spoil everything, because I had like faith in actually in Santa Monica, thinking that they will actually give us a game that is good, that is amazing, that will have like some amazing bosses and some amazing ending and shit like that. But actually, nothing of that happens. Nothing of that.
I was cool with it, but no, I don't like the direction that God of War is going in at all. Now, after seeing this particular Ragnarok, I'll play Valhalla. Maybe that'll turn me around. Ragnarok was a great. I've said this many, many times. Ragnarok was a great game, wonderfully made, wonderfully produced, up and down all goddamn day. But I just it's not God of War. It's not, it's not for me. Let's put it that way. But if you dig it, you dig it. Good for you. Kratos would get boring,
Yes,
says
it's
Everett. Well,
not God
here's
of
the
War. It's
thing
Ragnarok.
about that.
It's like a child's game.
That's like saying James Bond will get boring or Spider-Man will get boring. Yes, I won't belabor the point, but I will tell you something. There was a time in my life in my 20s where I was seriously trying to figure out how to write comic books, and I went to the San Diego Comic Con, and I went to a panel with one of the best comic writers of the last 50 years, Mark Waid, who's done Kingdom Come, and he's just a great superhero writer. And in the Q&A, I asked him, I said, I don't understand this though. All these writers say that your characters should arc and there should be change and all this shit. I said, but how do you do that with a franchise character? If Spider-Man at the end of your 24 pages goes from being, oh my God, I can't get my shit together in my personal life and my professional life as Spider-Man are always creating this conflict, which the reader loves, are you going to say at the end of 24 pages he's healed? And that's the thing. I could never figure it out, but some writers know how to do it where it can still be the character, but there's a little bit added every iteration that there's a growth, but it's very slow. But let me ask you this: if I came to you and pitched you the character Kratos from 2018's game, and you had never heard of Kratos before, I don't know if you would go, "That sounds like a great character." I think he's only great because of he's kind of he shat the bed in his previous games in terms of as a person, and now he's coming around the mountain. He's like a great character. I think he's you the character Kratos from 2018's game, and you had never heard of Kratos before. I don't know if you would go, that sounds like a great character. I think he's only great because of he's kind of he shat the bed in his previous games in terms of as a person, and now he's coming around the mountain. You know what I'm saying? I think the character model for Atreus is most of the reason I don't like him, says Brett Moore. In the new one, yeah, Atreus, a lot of people, I was even listening to Gene at the Game Awards when this trailer dropped, and Gene Park was saying he didn't want Atreus. I think everybody, it's weird though. I don't think there's, like, nobody complains when you're playing Ellie about Joel, or in the first game, nobody complained when you're Joel.
Yes, I mean the shit that he's saying about Kratos is actually true. I mean, if you play only a God of War 2018, I mean, you find like Kratos like a boring character. I mean, he's like, it's not that's cool because I mean, it's God of War. I mean, one of the reasons like the God of War. I mean, 2018 won Game of the Year because it's God of War. So I mean, if the game wasn't called like God of War, like just a random guy go in with his son and they have like some like superhuman powers and they have like he can throw the axe and do shit like that and fight some enemies and some bosses and the story of like I mean going to the top of the mountain because you need to like those ashes of your wife and shit like that. I mean maybe people will find the story like boring. The Kratos as also like a boring. I mean, if his name is not Kratos, maybe his name is like I don't know, some random shit. This guy with a big beard. Like we can call him like big beard, fat guy because he is like even like fat. Like we call him like big fat beard guy or shit like that, or fat big beard guy or something like that. So I mean, this guy is actually saying the truth. The story in 2018 wasn't that good, and Ragnarok is even worse. That is the problem.
About Ellie, but a lot of people complain about Atreus. I like him. I liked him in Ragnarok. He was a cool character, but there is kind of
And this one I disagree. I actually disagree like 100%. You like Atreus because now I actually hate him. Atreus is. I mean, people don't like Atreus. I mean, you're saying that because he's so annoying. He's like so fucking annoying, and especially in Ragnarok. I mean, at least in 2018 he was like very small and like he's like fucking. But in Ragnarok He's actually bigger and older, and he is like even more and way more annoying, and that is so fucking annoying, dude.
There's a consensus amongst a bunch of people that that he's not very well loved, and I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is. Bookster says, "I hated Ellie in The Last of Us One. I hate Atreus in God of War. I just hate children." That's fair. There should be like a introvert mode where all these companions just go away. He says this. He says, "Jaffe, Valhalla looks interesting. I like the old Kratos more. Probably Atreus feels tropey because we've been playing just Kratos."
This guy saying that he hates Ellie and hates Atari because he hates all children. I mean, this is not true, and this is not fair. This is like this is like just dumb. I mean, you can hate Atreus, and for me, I hate Atreus. I don't like Ellie that much because for me, Ellie is not that cool. Because for me, in The Last of Us, I liked like the real daughter of Joel much. I mean, she looked like very amazing. The girl, I mean, his daughter. I mean, the real daughter, not Ellie, because Ellie, it's like she's not. She's a bit. I mean, she's not that very. I mean, for me, innocent and cool, and because actually his daughter was she was like so innocent, so cute, so amazing, and how she actually died because of this fucking bastard that actually shoots at them. That was like heartbreaking. That this, I mean, that actually this scene actually what I think made people think that The Last of Us story is the best story ever and like the most heartbreaking. This scene was like the first 20 minutes of the game when you go with Tommy in the car and shit happens and you run away and you finally get shot by this guy and Joel didn't die but his daughter actually died in his hands. That's some shit. That was amazing, dude. And I really loved the girl. His girl, his daughter, Joel's daughter. I loved her, dude. I was like very fucking sad because she died like that. But for Ellie, I mean, she's like, she's not. I mean, I don't know why people think like the relationship between Ellie and Joel is like the best relationship ever, and I don't know, Ellie is like the coolest girl ever, and no, I don't think that. I mean, she's not annoying like in the level of Atreus because Atreus is like fucking ridiculously annoying. I mean, she's okay. I mean, Ellie, she's okay, but because Atreus is like, oh my god, I can't stand him. Atreus is trash, dude.
For more games. Maybe we've played less Last of Us, although they remade it X times. It's a good point in that Last of Us came out the gate as a co-op game. Although I don't know. I mean, I think if you would have had Kratos running around with some hyper sexy chick Kratos. I've seen women cosplay Kratos. It's pretty hot, actually. Maybe that, I don't think we would have minded as much, but I don't know. I mean, that's what's really interesting. You have this industry where it's getting better with indies and double A's, where as you get older, there is an audience that's there now. Whether you're talking artistic games or cozy games or action games like boomer shooters, but playing on this field, I think really requires a better job of, as it relates to God of War, of turning that nozzle down or that spigot down, so you get the personality of the team as you should, but you never lose sight of who your core audience is. Your core audience for God of War, I don't think gives a fuck about family in that way or
Yes, I agree.
raising a
Yes.
kid. I don't think that's their core. It would be like, a director like Martin Scorsese making a Lethal Weapon movie.
This exactly. This guy spits some gold, dude. This guy is saying the truth, dude. The fucking yes, the core actually audience of God of War games. It's not the people that will care about this fucking father and son shit, dude. Oh my god, my son is annoying. No, I don't want to tell him that I killed some shit, some gods, some Greek gods. I've killed some dudes, and maybe I've killed my family, and shit happened, and he wanted Ares to give me some powers and shit like that. And People don't care about that. They don't care about, oh, my son is annoying. He doesn't hear actually what I'm telling him to do, and oh my God, my I have family issues, and I'm boring. I'm a boring father, and I have a boring son and annoying son. People don't care about all this shit, dude.
You're making an action film. It's like, I'm sure it would be interesting, but people who go to the action film don't want to see that. They want to see an action film.
What
Well,
is this
hey
shit?
there, fellas. It's me,
Good.
Jeffy. Thank you for watching that video. Be sure to look up there and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget all the notification
Yes, guys,
bell,
yes.
the like,
Go
and all that good
subscribe to
stuff.
this
If you
guy.
like the
This
video,
guy
of course.
is amazing.
And then where's over there and there? Got some videos for you that I think you're gonna like a lot. Thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate it. Be well out there, fellas. Oh, let me hit reverse.
Yes, guys, yes, yes. This guy is fucking amazing. This guy is awesome. This guy actually says some amazing shit. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and see you again next time. This guy is amazing. Go subscribe to this guy. This guy is ridiculous. This guy is awesome, dude. He said like very amazing arguments, and he said the truth about Ragnarok. And Ragnarok is a child's game, and Ragnarok is a bad game and full of shit. And Santa Monica needs to do some. They need to follow what they did in the DLC. The DLC is good. The DLC is going actually in a good path because they bring back like these amazing things from the Greek saga, and they like removed shitty attributes out of the way. That's what they should do. And the next game they should maybe remake some old God of War games, and maybe they should give us like a new game. I don't know, maybe in Egypt mythology or like in I don't know Chinese or shit like that. Just give us a game with Kratos, or like go back in time and give us like young Kratos, because this old Kratos is just boring. Give us young Kratos and give us some good areas and exploration and some good bosses, good enemies, and let's have fun. We don't care about your family issues, your fucking annoying children. We don't care about any of that shit. Just give us good fucking games. Santa Monica, just fucking do the right thing and stop doing trash. Stop fucking doing shit like that and giving us boring trash like Atreus. You fucking bitches.